Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Time for another episode of Watch and Learn. A little bit of a reboot. I'm going to go back and revisit some of the topics I might have glossed over or I did back when production quality was not as good as it is now, though I agree it's still not perfection. So today we're going to be talking about how to remove and replace watch bands, bracelets, the simplest of mods that you can get into. So in the interest of watch and learn and keeping it quick, let's do it. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is replacing the strap on this Islander Brookville with the OEM bracelet, just to show you how to remove a leather strap and how to install a bracelet. I'm going to just be using one tool, even though it looks like I have two here. I've got a regular spring bar tool. One end has what we call a regular fork on it, and the other end has a reversible tip. So on one side it is a pointy tip, and then if you flip this tip around, we sell these tools. If you flip that tip around, you actually just get a fine fork. So I'm just going to use both tools here so I don't have to keep flipping this around, just for ease of doing the video. You will notice I am not wearing gloves as I usually do. My hands are not the most beautiful, but it just makes doing this so much easier. So first thing I got to do is remove this strap. Removing straps, pretty simple. You're going to use the big fork end usually. If you can pry back part of the strap and you can see it, you can use the fine fork, but I'm just going to use the big end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fork and I'm going to slip it between the strap and the lug. I may push this strap in a bit with my thumb to try to gain myself some more room, and I'm going to just basically lever it around. Basically all we're doing is this. We're finding the fork at the end of the flange and we're pulling it back. That's it. So very simple. And then I will repeat that operation for the other side. Slip it in the middle, and it's usually pretty simple. Now, if you happen to have a dive watch, or actually, I shouldn't say dive watch, a lot of watches have it. We have Islanders with it that are not dive watches that do it. They may instead have holes in the lugs. If you have holes in the lugs, it makes it even easier. Take the pointy end of your tool, or if you watch my video on top watch hacks, you can actually just use a toothpick. You just put it through the hole there. I'm going to push, basically, I'm now pushing on the point of the spring bar. Take this finger underneath, push up on the lug, the end lug, hold it, switch to the other side, in, keep pushing up, pull it out, ta-da, everything's out. That's it, really simple. I want to say one more thing. I'm going to try not to get too off topic, but I think a lot of this stuff is pertinent. This is a shoulderless spring bar. You'll notice that it's smooth. There's no ridges here to grab a tool on. If you happen to have a watch that it is installed in that does not have quick release lug holes, you will say, oh, I can't retract this back because there's nothing for the tool to grab onto. That is not true. You can just use your fine fork tool, and when they're new, they're nice and sharp, you'll be able to actually press in to the metal. I'm trying to do two things at once here, and draw it back, and you can get it to remove. A lot of times people, Seiko especially, uses shoulderless spring bars in all of their divers, because actually for assembly it's so much quicker. Shoulderless spring bars are much more forgiving on tolerance variation. So now we're going to move to installing the bracelet onto the watch. You can hear my tools, they want to come into frame. I remember this generally by the side with the flip lock safety goes to the 6 o'clock. So here's my 6. So I'm going to hold it like that, and that's it. I'm going to flip this whole thing over. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit the lug. The spring bar is in, right? Isn't it? Oh, I lost it. I'm going to put the spring bar in. I'm going to get rid of this tool. I don't need it. So you're going to fit the end lug in like that. And you're going to play a little bit of a game of back and forth usually. So as I put it in, you can see that this spring bar may not be, well, one second, let me get the lug, let me get it in all the way. Okay, so the spring bar is hanging up on this side, and it is kind of, may not be seated, but it is below the lug on that side. I'm going to just come in with the fine fork, and I'm going to pull Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second. You'll say, oh, you're scratching the back of the lug. Yes, you are. So you may want to hold it off a little bit and not push down as you retract, but I'm just letting you know, being honest here. And you're going to pull it back until it actually clears the lug. And you may need to jiggle, or you may not. Here, there was no jiggle. I can see both ends are firmly implanted in the lug. You want to verify this. You'll do it when you're done also, but just give it a little back and forth jiggle, a little side to side, a little tuggy tug. Make sure it's in nice and tight. Flip it around. Now, doing it on the other side, now that the bracelet is on, it could be a little challenging because you can't see everything. So what you may want to do is you may want to just take off the quick adjust micro here. Since we're teaching, I want it to be fully visible, so I took off the micro adjust. So if I lay the lug in like this, you want to do something different? So now the spring bar is hung up on both sides, right? The lug won't go down, so I just take my tool and I just start with one of them, pull it back a little bit, and it's snapped. It may not be in the hole, it doesn't matter. It has cleared the lug. And then I come to the other side, pull it back, let it go, and I don't think it's in yet, but I will just carefully kind of, there we go. I just felt it click. Click out of one, full set out of two. Who knows that guy? There we go. And that's in. So now I did, as I said, I took apart the quick, damn tools. I did take apart the quick adjust. So let's find the spring pin and we will put this bracelet back together. So when you're done and everything's back together, again, just go like this, give it a twisty twist side to side. Make sure the lug, because a lot of times you can get a set on one side and the tolerances are so tight that the spring bar is not in on the other side, but you can actually get the lug to move a little bit. You want to make sure that the spring bars are fully in the holes, and that's it. It's back on the bracelet, and or it's on the bracelet now for the first time, or maybe you switch it to a different style bracelet. Now the video was called how to hopefully remove and install bracelets. So let's say we want to remove the bracelet from this watch. I know I showed you how to remove the strap. Let's do removing the bracelet. Again, just for purposes of the video, I'm going to remove the micro adjust so that I can break the bracelet up into two pieces. Normally, I don't have to do this when I'm putting bracelets on, actually almost never. I got it, don't worry, it's in Apollo 13, it's right here. So let's go. So you set the watch down. Probably important to note, put it down on a surface that's not going to scratch it, even if it's a sapphire. You know, you don't want to scratch the bezel and stuff. This is actually vinyl, so no worries there. So like I showed you before on the diver, I'm taking this finger, okay, and I'm putting it under the lug here, the end lug, and I'm actually already starting to apply upwards pressure. I'm going to take the fork tool, I'm going to go to the spring bar, pull back, and now it doesn't feel like anything happened. It looks like it's retracted. I'm still holding pressure. If I let go, spring bar is going to snap right back into home. Go to the other side. And that's it. It's gone. We're out. Let's do the other side and then we'll be done. So again, I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure from the underside with this finger here. I'm going to push up and okay, got the pin out. I can see it. Other side, same thing. Look like this one's going to give me a little bit of trouble. I think this one's out. I'm actually going to go back to this side now. And there we go. You may do the little side-to-side dance, but there it goes. And it is out. So before we conclude, there are other tools you can purchase. I do actually own spring bar pliers. They cost me a pretty penny. They have very high tolerance. Better for Rolex and Tudor where the spring bars are super duper tight. But guys, one of these tools, we sell the Bergeon one for like 21, 22 bucks. We also sell an import variety. Well, the Bergeon is an import technically, so let's just say it. It's a Chinese tool for about 10 or 12 bucks. I do prefer the Bergeon simply. I don't know which one this is. What am I using? I'm probably not. I'm probably using my cheapie. I like the Bergeon because the tips are not nickel-plated brass. The tips are actually steel, and you want steel when you're going up against a brass spring bar because then you can really grab it and you won't worry about the tip wearing out. Anyway, it has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you how to remove and install bracelets and straps onto your favorite watch. I guess I should say, right, if you want to reinstall the strap, you can figure that out. If you can do a bracelet, you can do a strap. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, please, if you have not done so. Questions, comments, concerns, anything else, put down below, and I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.